Welcome to installing Ubuntu Server 18. So this is a complete command line installation. So for our language, we'll go ahead and hit enter for the language. There's an update to the installer. We're going to go ahead and try to download that. Let's go ahead and try. Alright, great. Looks like it downloaded. Ethernet is selected. Let's hit done. We're not using a proxy, so go ahead and hit done. We're going to leave the disk selections at their defaults, and we're going to go ahead and use the tab key to go ahead and tab our way down to done, then hit enter. And this is the file system summary. Let's go ahead and hit done. Now, I get this question all the time as far as how to go back and forth on the installer, and all you have to do is use the arrow key, cycle down to back, and hit enter, and it will take you back. Hit the tab key, cycle down, hit enter, and it takes you back. So now we're going to cycle forward again. We'll hit done over here, hit the tab key, cycle down, cycle back up, make sure the done is selected, and hit done again. Now the reason that a lot of you guys are not seeing this is because you're not putting the installer onto a full screen on your VM. So with some of these installations, you're going to need to put your installer on a full screen in order to see some of the selections that might be especially on the bottom of the page. And be mindful of using your tab, enter, and arrow keys in order to navigate the command line. So everything looks good here on the file system summary. We'll go ahead and hit done. And we do want to continue. So I just down arrowed that and hit continue. And then tab to done, hit enter. Open SSH, we're not installing that, so tab down to done, hit enter. Now this page displays a few of the popular server snap-ins. We're not going to install any right now, but via the instructions it says we can select some by hitting the space bar, and that would install these snaps. But right now we're not going to install any, so I'm going to deselect them by hitting the space bar, and I'm just going to tab down to done to move past this screen. And our system is installing. Ubuntu server is now installed. Go ahead and log in. And we are now logged in to our Ubuntu server. Next, let's install a GUI on Ubuntu server. Let's switch over to the root. Next, let's update our packages and repositories. Hit Y here to continue. With the system fully upgraded, we can now install our display manager. Our system has rebooted, and if we take a look at the lower left hand side for desktop sessions, when we hit the arrow, it shows us that the two available desktops that we have is KDE Plasma and XFCE. So there might be a few more updates needed for the Cinnamon desktop, but let's go ahead and log on to KDE Plasma. And there you have it. Our KDE Plasma seems to be working fine. Let's log out of it. And let's test the XFCE. And XFCE seems to be working fine as well. Let's see if we could get Cinnamon installed here again. And there you have it. Cinnamon should be installed. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and log out of XFCE. To see if Cinnamon's going to be a choice down here. And yes, indeed, Cinnamon is a choice, so we'll select Cinnamon and we'll go ahead and test it out. Alright, the system may need to be restarted, but you can see that Cinnamon is loaded indeed.